continues right now on News Channel 5 on your side.
Hey there, thanks for waking up with us. We're taking a live look outside on this Saturday morning, August 15th. This is in Akron, the Goodyear Half Marathon. Good luck, everyone. It's looking great out there. It's kind of steamy, but should be pretty nice and sunny overnight, though. We saw rain and storm in some places in our area. A weather system rumbling in off Lake Erie, causing some fast-moving rain showers. Most of those moving well away from the Cleveland area this morning. Hello. Welcome to the Saturday edition of Good Morning Cleveland. I'm Karina Paiza in for Kristen Byrne this morning alongside meteorologist Janessa Webb. Let's get right to that forecast.
Good morning. A lot of
steamy day.
Steamy day. People running half marathons. We have county fairs. People just want to be outside enjoying a summer. My recommendation today, lots of water, sunglasses, sunscreen handy. Akron, Canton, well to the south. I want to show you from the power of 5, well towards southern locations. They're kind of in that bubble right now of high pressure, and that's why we're seeing a lot of sunshine to the west, increasing clouds, and these will continue to float in sporadically throughout the day. Wayne County into Mansfield, possibly see some isolated activity here in the next hour, but it's going to be a quick shot. Worcester, you're currently at 73 degrees, Akron 75, Greater Cleveland into Hopkins into the lower 70s. Please don't count on the winds out of the west to 15 to 20 miles per hour. That's a big time breeze to cool you off today. That humid air in place, sun and clouds. And Karina, it gets even hotter. I can finally say the hot word for tomorrow. 90 degrees in most areas.
All right, Janessa, thank you. The disturbing news this morning, the U.S. government now saying that American aid worker Kayla Mueller, who died while being held hostage by ISIS, was sexually assaulted during her captivity. And they say the head of ISIS, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, was her primary attacker. Mueller was found dead in a bombed-out building in Syria earlier this year. So ISIS claims she died in a Jordanian air attack, but U.S. sources say the cause of her death does remain undetermined. The news, the latest in a litany of horrors perpetrated by the Islamic State terror group, which has beheaded, burned, and crucified men while using women as sex slaves. And we are watching the situation in China very closely this morning. Evacuations underway in the port city of Tianjin after more explosions there today. Those blasts at the same chemical warehouse near Beijing where there were explosions earlier this week. 85 people died in those explosions, more than 700 hurt. Much more as it becomes available. Closer to home, new this morning, Cedar Point delaying an announcement about a major new ride opening next year after a man looking for a lost cell phone was hit and killed by a roller coaster this week. That announcement was supposed to come on Tuesday. 45-year-old James Young from East Canton would have started his dream job in just 10 days. He was about to become a guidance counselor at Sebring High School. Most recently, Young was a special needs teacher for 5th graders in Louisville. His brother says he was a great teacher who touched so many lives.
The biggest impact he ever had was teaching and helping the kids, and I think there's going to be so many kids that come forward and say what an impact he had on them.
Scott Young says his brother lost his wallet and cell phone while riding the Raptor Thursday. He then hopped a fence into a restricted area to get his things when he was struck and killed. Bullets flying on a local highway in the middle of the afternoon. This happened on I-71 just days ago, and this morning we are hearing from the man who was inside the car being targeted. Lee Jordan reports.
And we just got on the...
Just after 2:30 p.m. on Wednesday, Isaiah Nunn and a friend were in his 2003 Chevy Impala on I-71 at West 150th.
Next thing you know, we heard a gunshot. Boom, we thought a rock was at the door. He doing 70.
Bullets hitting the driver's side.
And when it came through the window and I ducked, the heat in off the bullet, it skinned at my neck. And it went out the other side of the window. And you just kept hearing like gunshots, boom, boom, boom.
Terrified, Nunn and his friend hit a concrete barrier and then left the road, bouncing across a grassy median.
We swerved all the way through the field, bouncing real high, and we still hearing bullets hit the car, bunk up. And next thing you know, we see the other rail. We smacked that rail, and they were still shooting at us.
911, somebody just shot our car up. It's an accident on the side of the road on Bel Air 71. Hurry up.
What city are you in?
We on 71. I just shot the car and we crashed.
Police arrived and none took in one sight that was even scarier than what they'd just been through.
I look back and I see my son car seat shot up, and this is where he always sit at, like in his tinted windows. You can't see who in the car. So I look back, I see bullet holes in his car seat. That's the main thing that shocked me.
3-year-old Isaiah Jr. still has his dad, and all he knows is that he'll be getting a new car seat.
That was Lee Jordan reporting. Isaiah was treated at the hospital after the crash. He told us he's actually still recovering from being shot several times last October in a robbery. Police still looking for the shooters. Still to come, drone debate. Some local people call it an invasion of privacy, but the guy flying a drone says that's not true. What happened when police got involved? Plus, cutting your phone bill, the website that can help you save. Janessa.
Are you ready for a lot more sunshine today? Well, temperatures are heating up into the upper 80s, 90s going into your Sunday afternoon. But what I need to tell you about stray showers throughout mid-afternoon. I'll give you exact timing coming up. Good morning, everyone. I'm Power 5 meteorologist Janessa Webb. Get ready for a hot, steamy day across Northeast Ohio, greater Cleveland area at 9:30. We're currently at 73 degrees out towards Richland County into the upper 60s. A lot warmer as people are running that big half marathon in Akron right now, currently at 75 degrees. Humid air will continue to be in place throughout the day, putting you back into the pool. What you need to know for your Saturday: sunglasses, sunscreen, a lot of water handy as temperatures hit the mid-80s, upper 80s well towards inland areas. If you're headed to the Metro Park Zoo today, a little bit more cloud coverage as we head into the noon hour, as we head into about 6 p.m. Lots more sunshine, highs hitting their peak into the mid-80s. Karina?
All right, Janessa, it is 9:39, and in consumer news this morning, if you're like most of us, a lot of your day probably spent on your cell phone, right? Well, that means you probably also have a big monthly bill. Our consumer investigator, Jonathan Walsh, found a new way to help you save.
My husband and I are very busy. We use a lot of data. We have pretty high cell phone bills.
Sound familiar? We found a site that is supposed to do all of the work for you when it comes to finding the best price on cell phone plans. It's called whistleout.com, and who better to try it out than Jennifer?
If you are looking for data plans for cell phones or tablets, you can go to the website and actually comparison shop the different plans based on your specific needs.
It's a free site and very easy to use. You don't have to reveal any of your personal information. It's as simple as telling the site what you need, and the site will find the plan that is the best fit at the best price.
This saved us a lot of time to not have to call multiple carriers. We went to one place and found all the information.
Jennifer says her husband usually calls their carrier monthly to make sure they are getting the best deal. So the site didn't find a huge discount for her family, but now she says her husband won't have to do the work anymore. They will continue to use whistleout.com. I'm investigator Jonathan Walsh, News Channel 5.
All right, so now you can use as much data as you need, knowing you've done your research to get the very best deal. And as always, if you see news happening, please let us know. You can text or email us 5tips at newsnet5.com or tweet us at WEWS. We're back after this.